1 million safe miles. A milestone that many drivers have in their sights, but only the elite ever reach. These drivers are more than the number on their odometer. They are the true embodiment of what it means to be a proud professional. These drivers have achieved successful careers by putting safety first, helping one another, and setting the standard for excellence. The trucking industry has seen many changes over the years, and while the industry has evolved, at PGT, one thing has remained the same. We are in the people business, and people are important.
Well, my son, I took him to one of the banquets and introduced him to Pat and all this. A couple hours later, son went to the restroom and came back and said, "Hey, sir, I just ran into Mr. Gallagher." He said, "He remembered my name." He said, "How does he remember my name with 200 people in this building?" He said, "That's really wild." And he did.
PGT Trucking is a family, and these drivers proudly represent that family every day. This company was built on strong personal relationships, celebrating each other's successes through the years. We know that without these dedicated drivers, PGT would not be the organization that it is today. What makes these drivers want to work so hard for so many years under the same three letters?
They rebuilt my motor and let me go on and make payments and continue my job, and that was a big sticking point.
I hear you.
I've already backed his words up. If there's anything I can do for you, I will. I get stuck in Toledo, and I called up the maintenance department, and the guy said, "Truck's too old," because they had diagnosed that the engine needed rebuilt. And I called Pat because I didn't like the answer that I got from, I don't remember the guy's name, and I called Pat, and when he got back in town, because he was out of town, he said, "Bring the truck to Hills and we'll rebuild your motor," and that was the sticking point.
Maybe it's the lasting relationships.
They're walking down in the thing, and we're doing our work transferring coils, and Greg comes up to me and goes, "Mr. Gray, what are you doing in them shorts and that funny looking hat?" And I go, "Funny looking hat? Boss, you better go back in the office and go look in the mirror, because that dome of yours ain't gold no more. It's made of red. Remember this hat, Mr. Troyan?"
Or the emphasis on family.
I had an end of life with a relative. She was going to pass, and I needed to be there. And a lot of jobs, a lot of trucking companies, you can't take time off. And I said, "Look, this is what I need to do." And I'd only been here a couple of years. And it ended up being like 7 or 8 days. And I kept calling them and going, "Am I going to lose my job over this? I mean, I haven't been to work in a week." And they said, "Would you stop? We want you to come back. You're not going to lose your job over this. Okay, we value family. Take care of your family and come back to work." And so I'm like, you know, they kind of, they get it. So it meant a lot. It still does.
Or the camaraderie among fellow drivers.
Many years ago, going up Aspen Pass in Colorado, they had everybody pulled over, and I walked up to a driver behind me and went, I said, "Brother, I don't know how to do this. Can you just tell me how to, instruct me, and I'll do it?" And he come up and helped me and gave me, I still have the wrench to tighten the chains that he did back then, because he was such a nice guy and showed me how to do it. This was 20 years ago.
These elite drivers are dedicated, always working with integrity and professionalism. They are committed, always learning and willing to share their knowledge to help the next generation of PGT drivers.
You got to watch out for everybody. If you don't know that people need help, you got to help.
And ask for help. If you don't know, ask, talk to your fellow drivers.
Well, that's what I first did when I started hauling coils.
And another thing, there's no such thing as a dumb question. The only dumb question there is a question not asked.
I'd probably ask a couple of times.
It is hard to get here. 1 million safe miles. In today's environment has made it even harder to stay there.
It just makes you happy to see it, because you never thought that from where you was at, I never thought I'd be a million-mile safe driver or anything like that. You know what I mean?
And my goal is 5 million. I want to hit it.
1 million.
How about if I just stand up and say, have fun catching me? Yeah,
I'm not trying.
Through ups and downs and against all odds, PGT's Million Mile and Safe Drivers set the standard of excellence, driving safely every mile of every day. Today, we celebrate you. You are PGT's elite. You are the proud professionals.